2002, we saw the movie 8 Mile, right, which was Eminem's film debut, Oscar-winning movie, showing the world of battle rap as a form of survival. Now, flash forward to 2018, Eminem has produced a movie called Bodied, which I guess satirizes the scene. You know, I guess the culture has evolved, revolved, and some say devolved. And with us today are the gentlemen behind this movie, Bodied, with Calum Worthy, Joseph Kahn, Jackie Long.
All right, what's up? This is the California Battle League, and I'll be your host, Donnie Narco, a.k.a. the Walking Drug Lab, a.k.a. Mr. Splash. Put my drink on your bitch's ass and won't even tip the glass. You feel me?
Battle rap is a street fight. You got someone right in your face trying to tear you apart.
I don't know if I should slap you like a bitch or punch your face like a man. Cause I keep switching from open palm to a fist like a white boy shaking your hand.
What was the impetus of making this film? How did you guys get involved with it?
I've always had an interest in battle rap, but I didn't really know what I was going to say with it. And I've been thinking about it for years until the world moved on to where it is now. And today is a very specific type of world where people are offended by everything, people are very political, and people are essentially shouting at each other. Essentially, the world is battle rapping. So what better way to present the world that is actively battle rapping than a battle rap film?
Bitch! Hip-hop has been for minorities. It's never been for you geeky asses. Matter of fact, what are these, your little fucking reading glasses you need for your English classes? Man, give me that shit. Man, I'll stomp these into pieces and fragments, and now you can keep them. He can have this. Now you get to complete your dream of being this genius math whiz, because everything you see is in fractions.
As we record this, we're like a couple days away from the whole Megyn Kelly thing, you know, where I guess we can argue free speech versus politically correctness. I guess it's safe to say battle rap is one of the few art forms where you can literally say whatever you want.
That was one of the reasons I wanted to make it, because in a world today where we're quite sensitive about everything, for good reasons, obviously. Battle rap doesn't care. Battle rap, you're there to kill the other opponent, and you're there to debate. And in a world where essentially we try to shut each other down now, like today we're so politicized that the agenda now is just shut up, you know, and you stay over there and I stay in my lane. Battle rap makes you actually come together, debate, and actually sometimes pick a winner, which is very unusual.
Right. Well, Calum, your character is Adam, and he's the prototypical white guy in the movie. Like, we have to see these movies through a certain lens, but then your character evolves. I mean, what attracted you to the role, and how, beyond the plot premises, what are some of the nuances that you bring, that you felt you wanted to bring to this character?
What drew me to this character is the fact that he's an anti-hero, borderlining on being a villain. Throughout the whole film, he's defending all of his friends who are in the rap world to the very quote-unquote woke friends that he has at Berkeley. But ultimately, he ends up making some really complex choices that are quite horrible. And I thought that was a really interesting character, and it set up a story to discuss a lot of really important themes.
Yeah, and I love a lot of the nuances that come to the character. Jackie, you know, in terms of your characters, also has multi-layers in terms of the code switching, the underpinning of Black identity when it comes to how we're perceived and how the actuality is. What, you know, how did you approach your character when you read the script?
Well, the script was amazing. First off, that got my attention right away. Doing something that you never done before. And it was, of course, playing a battle rapper. Never had a wife, never had a kid in anything that I've done. So it was that part of it, and then the Adam doing a thesis report on the word nigga. Right. So it was just that whole thing that was just, how is this gonna come out? How's it gonna be shot? And how's it gonna be filmed and all of this stuff? So that alone, and Joseph Kahn being attached, I already had an idea, like, this is gonna be an amazing movie because I love this guy. So just, you know, being me, being in the hood, born and raised, this is typical stuff I go through every day. If it wasn't a battle rap movie, I'm bagging all day, going through racist talk with my regular friend, my white friends. But at the end of the day, I love all my white friends, my Mexican friends, everybody.
See, I'm so old. I remember when people just sat on a corner and called it the dozens. Now you got to pay money to see these guys do it.
Actual G's, you ain't kill none. So shut the fuck up and chill, son. Just cause you look like Kim Jong-un doesn't mean you're ill, son.
You had some creative Asian jokes.
You think?
Yeah, at least you knew I was Korean. As far as I'm concerned, that's culturally sensitive by battle rap standards.
What do you do? I mean, besides appropriate black culture for your livelihood. Oh.
She bodied you.
Not tonight, Satan.
When the Galaxy was first introduced to battle rap, it may have been through 8 Mile, and that's 2002. So we're talking like 14 years later. Now it's become its own industry. There are superstars that just do rap battles all over the country.
Yeah, I think the landscape has changed in battle rap, and 8 Mile definitely made an impact. Because what happened after 8 Mile was there were a bunch of white boys went into battle rap, a lot of them. And I feel when I watch them, sometimes they're a little tone deaf, you know, because obviously, let's face it, a lot of it is cultural appropriation, and literally just sort of going through the motions of battle rap. But I don't necessarily feel some of the cultural pain in some of that stuff, you know. So the question of 8 Mile was a legitimate question at the time. This is 16 years ago. The question of 8 Mile was, can a white boy rap, right? Mm-hmm. And the Eminem answered it himself, yes. But I think the reason Eminem did this movie because he wanted to see the impact of what happened after that movie. So 16 years later, in a world of cultural appropriation and Me Too movements and Black Lives Matter, you know, the question of Bodied is, should a white boy rap?
Your answer. How do? That's all on you.
Your answer.
Well, you got to be good.
Well,
at whatever you do. There are a lot of black folks that should be rapping, but we'll put it on you.
Well, the truth is, this movie, the message of this movie is actually raising questions. Mm-hmm. The movie is a series of questions, and the hope is that this sparks conversation after the movie, and that's one of the big questions: is should a white guy rap? And that's what I really want audiences to figure out for themselves and decide for themselves. Okay,
but but in terms now we go deeper. So in terms of cultural appropriation, I mean, I also felt that some of the story speaks to your sort of trajectory in the entertainment world, the pop cultural landscape. You know, because you came from outside of rap culture to make a name for yourself, and it sort of catapulted you.
You know, it's funny. I've always felt like I'm in the intersection of American culture because not only am I outside rap culture, I'm outside white culture. I'm outside Latino culture. I'm outside the mechanisms of what the mainstream America has always been because I'm an Asian dude that moved here when I was 7 years old. So it also reflects in the work I've done because a lot of people are always amazed at like how I've done pop videos, country videos, rap videos, rock videos, whatever and stuff like that. I've always been kind of like fortunate to work in each genre, but be an outsider, so I'm always sort of analyzing it from the outside in, and I'm not one of those guys that are inside out. And I even feel like no matter what I do, Body is an example of it. It's an outside in perspective of just analyzing it from a global level as opposed from inside. Does that make sense?
It does. I mean, but also, you know, in terms of the commodification stuff, I mean, clearly you have enough of a reputation, make enough of a living doing music videos. What specifically about making this feature film only your third attracted you?
Because it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Like the reality is, this movie was turned down by every film festival because I actually think there's a consumer market for the right message. Okay, and if you ever watch a Hollywood movie, the reality is they're all morality tales, right? But the morality tales are actually pretty simple morality tales. They're kind of easy to understand. Don't kill. Don't cheat on your wife. Don't be racist. I mean, they're great messages. They're kind of like easy to deal with. But can you make a racist joke and can it be funny? And is there a place for that? That's a hard question to answer, you know? Can you actually make fun of someone's sexuality? And if the other person says it's funny and gives you a pass, is that still okay? Mm-hmm. These are not easy questions to answer. And so the danger of these type of questions is what made me so interested in telling this story.
Right. Well, ultimately, it's about friendship. You know, because you understand that it's an arena, that it's showmanship, it's entertainment. And I think a lot of the spectators don't always understand that, especially when you see the comments in Twitter. And as somebody who grew up at the birth, the inception of hip hop. I'm not like literally, you know, rapper's delight. I'm 9 years old. So I've seen it come and go, like I said, revolve, evolve, and possibly devolve. Where do you think this culture's heading in this sort of Twitter versus social media landscape? You know, art versus commerce, entertainment. Is this stuff disposable? Can we create things that are beyond ephemera in this day and age? And I just leave it to everybody.
You want to hear my crazy philosophy that I've sort of developed over making this movie? It comes down to civilization, okay? We as human beings are the biggest predators that have ever lived, okay? There's not 7 billion of us literally messing up the world without the ability to kill things. That's literally what we do. We kill, eat, we take over things, right? And within human civilizations, we branch off. And the only thing a civilization is a stasis point at which we don't kill each other. We just agree that we will stay together, like a group of people, or like in one plot of land, we say, I'm not going to kill you, you don't kill me, we're going to eat together. And then when that civilization meets another civilization, they either fight, right, and kill each other, or they go, oh, I'm not going to kill you either, you know? That's culture. Culture is literally people not killing each other, you know? So the interchange of ideas and differences to do that peacefully is the essence of culture and civilization. It will always evolve, but we have to get to a point where we don't kill each other. Now, we're not very good at that, you know? So battle rap, to me, the verbalization of differences, the confrontation of people somehow finding a way to laugh at each other's jokes, that, to me, is a very primal essence of civilization. To be able to look at someone else's differences, make fun of it, and yet we're still getting along, that's civilized. What's not civilized is two people not talking about it, thinking all those terrible thoughts, and eventually it's going to blow up and kill each other.
I don't know where we're going, to be honest with you. We really are in an interesting place. But what I hope, though, is that our fear of, like this, for this movie, for instance, it's a really risky move for a studio to greenlight this based off the script. To pick it up afterwards and see that audiences react well to it makes sense. But to make this movie and actually fund it based on the script, a lot of studios would be scared to make this movie. I hope that fear doesn't stop great stories being told, because I think it's important for us to ask really hard questions. So I hope that more movies like this can be made, and I hope that studios and networks are willing to risk it in order to raise difficult questions.
Man, they done said everything in the world. All I can say is go see Bodied November 2nd in theaters and YouTube Premium November 28th.
When I'm done with this soft white rapper, he'll be on lines after, typing, all lives matter.
White people.
Your name is Osiris, but your rap name is Ben.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I can hear the racist shit you thinking.